Since its inauguration in January 2024, the Ayodhya Ram Mandir has become one of the busiest pilgrimage sites in the world. With millions of devotees arriving from across the globe, a staggering amount of wealth flows into the temple every single day. Cash, checks, and precious metals accumulate rapidly inside the complex's donation boxes. To handle this influx, the Temple Trust designed a highly secure cash journey. Donations are collected from the boxes, transported to a heavily monitored counting room, tallied by a mix of contract workers and retired bank officials, and finally deposited in the bank. It looks flawless on paper, a multi-layered system designed to track every single rupee. But despite these protocols, a fortune was about to quietly disappear, taken by the very people hired to protect it. The first sign of trouble came from the State Bank India. Bank officials realized the math wasn't adding up. The massive daily footfall at the temple simply did not align with the cash actually making it into the deposits. The bank warned the trust, but the situation blew wide open a few weeks later. On June 4, 2026, staff found 2.25 lakh rupees in cash, nearly $2,700, hidden inside a bathroom attached to the secure counting room. Cash doesn't accidentally end up in a bathroom stall. This discovery ruled out any clerical errors and proved an ongoing internal breach was happening right under the administration's noses. To understand how the money got out, we have to look at the exact logistical layout of the counting room. The trust had unwittingly created three fatal vulnerabilities. First, a procedural error. Staff emptied cash from multiple donation boxes into a single massive pile before counting. Because the money was mixed, administrators had no way to track which specific box was short, making discrepancies impossible to isolate. Second, physical security was virtually non-existent. Employees walked in and out of the secure room without a single pat-down or bag check. Finally, the camera placement. The CCTV network had glaring blind spots, leaving a completely unmonitored path straight from the counting tables to that attached bathroom. Two men sat at the center of this operation: Avinash Shukla, a local primary school teacher who served as the mastermind, and Ram Shankar Yadav, widely known as Tinu. Tinu started as the personal driver for the trust's general secretary. Over time, he built so much goodwill within the administration that he was handed direct access to the keys for both the donation boxes and the counting room itself. They didn't have to hack a vault or outsmart a complex alarm. They just needed the administration's trust and a precise understanding of where the cameras couldn't see. The Uttar Pradesh government quickly formed a special investigation team. The SIT immediately seized and reviewed 2 months of backlogged security footage from inside the complex. The tapes revealed exactly how brazen the operation was. Investigators documented roughly 70 distinct incidents. When the room was busy, workers simply grabbed bundles of cash, slipped them under their clothes or into the washroom, and smuggled them out later. While the physical cash was gone, the thieves made critical errors on their phones. Forensic experts recovered deleted WhatsApp chats from the accused. Combined with a deep dive into their UPI transactions and bank accounts, police mapped an embezzlement network that likely siphoned over 2 crore rupees. Armed with a digital trail, police launched coordinated midnight raids on June 26th. 8 men were arrested, and authorities recovered nearly 80 lakh rupees in cash, jewelry, and documents tied to newly purchased real estate. The physical cameras inside the temple had blind spots, but the banking system did not. Their digital footprints provided the exact evidence needed to tear the syndicate apart. As news of the arrests broke, rumors spread that massive silver bricks and precious ornaments had been stolen from the temple. The SIT clarified immediately. The theft was strictly limited to the cash inside the donation boxes. No artifacts were missing. Still, the audacity of an inside job at one of the country's most revered sites triggered immense public outrage. Devotees and political groups demanded strict accountability, arguing that punishing low-level contract workers wasn't enough to address a systemic failure. On July 6, 2026, the Temple Trust held an emergency meeting. Recognizing the gravity of the oversight, top officials stepped down. The trust accepted the resignations of General Secretary Champit Rai and Trustee Anil Mishra, taking direct moral responsibility for the breach. In an institution managing millions in public donations, leadership owns the failures of its security. The rot might have started with the staff counting the bills, but the cost was ultimately paid by the officials overseeing them. Facing a crisis of confidence, the trust is now overhauling how it handles donations, stripping away the reliance on human diligence. The counting room has been completely redesigned. AI-powered CCTV cameras are installed to eliminate every blind spot, alongside mandatory digital scanning. To cut off temptation, manual handling is restricted. High-speed digital counting machines replace human hands, ensuring workers have no unsupervised access to loose currency. Every rupee dropped into these boxes represents an act of profound faith and personal sacrifice. Siphoning from that pile was a direct betrayal of the millions of everyday people who helped build this site. Protecting a sacred institution requires a system built on uncompromising accountability. Only through technological precision and rigorous oversight can a public trust safeguard human faith from the persistent threat of human greed.